Welcome, Annina, to S3XI Talks. Let's start with a little introduction about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Annina, and I'm Berlin-based DJ, producer, label manager for Zapped Records, and yeah, that's basically who I am.
And please tell us, how did you get into DJing?
So I got into DJing while I was living in Sydney in Australia. I went into a party for the first time, for like underground house music party, and I was like, oh my God, I want more of this. So since then I just felt the connection with the music, and slowly started working in underground events, and then slowly started to DJ myself from bedroom to the booth.
And when was this experience? Like, when did you start actually, talking in years?
So the first party was in 2015, and then I bought my first decks in 2017, and yeah, rest is history, I guess.
Cool. And how would you describe your music style when you're playing?
My music style is minimalistic house, stripped-back house music, and just groovy stuff in general.
Tell us about one of your most special gigs. And yeah, why? Was it the flow, the vibe, the crowd, the venue? I don't know. Maybe you have one or even two memories that are very stuck in your head.
I have to say one of my most special moments for sure was my first ever closing set in Sisyphos, Wintergarten. It was and it is still a very special place for me. I was working in Sisyphos at the time behind the bar, and I was so often working in the Wintergarten behind the bar, and I was like, I want to be one of those guys one day playing there, and got my first ever closing set. Ended up being 6 hours, and yeah, smashed it. Loved the crowd. Energy was just so amazing, and I had to go straight to work from there. So also made it pretty special.
Yeah, we've all been there as DJs. Let's get some artistic insights. How do you approach a set or a gig? Like, are you very spontaneous, or you're really like preparing in advance and yeah, being very detailed about what you're gonna do, and who's gonna play before you, who's gonna play after you, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's a very interesting question, because actually very recently I started to wanting to be more spontaneous. I feel like when I was, like, let's say, more starting out, it was very important to have the playlist ready. For example, playing a 4-hour set, I would like categorize hour 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't do this anymore. For me, it's absolutely important to try to read the crowd. I have a lot of music, so I would say important to play, of course, the situation. If I know it's an opening set at Club de Visionnaire at 3 p.m., I will not play my peak time stuff. So important to be spontaneous in this way.
Are there certain spaces or clubs in Berlin that have shaped your sound? So, Annina, are there certain spaces or clubs in Berlin or anywhere in the world that have shaped your sound?
Yes, of course. I think every DJ has this, but for me, it started in Sydney, like I said, in Sash, in the home club. Of course, these were the crazy parties, and also Melbourne Breakfast Club. I just, love the vibes there. Definitely shaped the little Annina that just started DJing. But here in Berlin, like I mentioned, Sisyphos, Wintergarten before. And also for me, Club de Visionnaire and Hoppetosse, as my sound is also quite often more towards the more minimal way. Definitely shaped my sound a lot. Love being there.
Yeah, also been to Search. It's amazing. Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about like technique and working methods. Do you have any like preset rituals?
Yeah, it really depends where I'm at, I guess. But I really check probably like 10 times that I have my headphones or my recorder, my USBs or whatever with me. So I'm like kind of a bit OCD with that. Other than that, not really. But I do like to go to the club a bit earlier. So like 30, 40 minutes. I want to check what's the vibe. And then like maybe like for sure 100%, not maybe, but I will spend some time on the dance floor, feel the vibe of the crowd and just, try to get into the mood. So that's what I like to do.
And out of interest, like let's say you play at, I don't know, 4 or 5 a.m. Will you sleep in advance? I mean, this is also kind of a ritual to have some sleep, no?
Yes, 100%. That's the preferred way. Absolutely. I would love to sleep before. Of course, it has happened that it's not possible. For example, this summer in the festival at the 3000 Grad, we played at 4:30 a.m. and I was just like, okay, fuck it, sorry. Damn it. There's no point sleeping before. Of course, maybe would have been better. But yes, if I play at 4 a.m., I would love to sleep a bit before.
Let's talk about like vinyl versus digital, or yeah, vinyl. Do you play vinyl and digital, or you play preferably only once? And where do you stand, and why?
Right. I hope I don't get in trouble answering this question, but I'm not a purist or anything. So for me, I play both. I really like to mix both together. I dig a lot of digital, but also I really love to play vinyl as well. But I feel like for me, digital tracks are more the new stuff. And then I really like to buy, when I buy vinyl, more like secondhand stuff. And yeah, just mix them together. Also, our label is digital only for the moment, so it just makes sense to play them together. Also, I like to support my friends. They said if my friends or people that I know send me some new stuff, of course it's always digital, so it's just cool to mix them together. Yeah, I like both.
Then next question: how much improvisation goes into your set? Like, do you always mix tracks that you never mixed before in let's say in a club surrounding, or do you rather bet on, let's say, repetition, so you know what's going well with each other, which tracks? So do you experiment a lot while you're playing, especially in the club setup, or no?
So like taking risks basically, right? So I mean, I think it's super important to be taking risks, and yeah, the more I feel comfortable during the set, I start to be like, okay, damn it, let's just play this track that I never played before. But yeah, depending on the situation, if I really feel the vibe, then like many risks will be taken. But yeah, it's more fun like that. More DJs should take more risks.
Well, okay. Then let's talk about your collective and also label, Zapped Records. You are, I mean, a music label and also organizing parties. Maybe you can give us like a little frame about it, and tell us who's in it, how to get together, what's your like goal or ambition, or yeah, just give us this.
So we started 2021 during like the full-on COVID mode. Started doing illegal parties in the MLP Terrace. So it's the terrace that Craig Belmer is sharing with this vegan restaurant. Anyway, I started doing parties there every Sunday. We brought our decks and the speakers there, and until the police shut us down, we had a lot of fun. And since then, we became also a label. So currently, we are 7 members. We are pretty international crew, actually. We have a couple of Germans there, but we also have Scoopsy, for example, from Canada. We have Jack and Dylan also from Australia. And yeah, we are a very international crew. And so we are label. We have some really cool releases coming up, of course. And yeah, the aim for us, something that I, of course, cannot talk too much about, but we want to do something a little bit bigger next year. So going away like from the regular showcases and smaller parties, we want to take a risk and organize something bigger next year. So stay tuned.
Okay, let's not get into the big plans of next year, but maybe you can tell us where are you right now with your parties, especially in Berlin, as we have probably many Berlin listeners.
Yeah, of course. So we've done a lot of collaborations in Qatar Club, and this continues, of course, going forward. And the next showcases we have in, what do we have? Yeah, so we have one coming up in Secret Location in Neukölln, just women-only lineup. And then we also have Beate Uwe. It's a pretty small venue, also close to Alexanderplatz. So that's coming up in November. And yeah, then a few other little things and the big things coming.
Yeah. We are very excited for the big things. Okay, another personal moment. Which encounter with the audience has stuck with you in your DJing career, and why?
All right, I will go back to Sisyphos again. I think it could be the set that I mentioned earlier, but yeah, so it was towards the end, and then there's this girl came behind the booth, and she lifted me up, put me on her shoulders. Like, I don't even know how that happened, but it did. And then I just like moved somehow. She like kind of moved me, and my elbow pressed the play button. And you know what happens? It's like, and it was just a few seconds. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So yeah, this is something that always stuck with me. It's like, damn. and it was a girl, so I was like, didn't really know what to do, but yeah, it was just weird and funny.
Okay. Let's talk about influence, inspiration. Do you have any artists that inspired you or inspire you at the moment?
Of course, I mean the list is really long, but I would have to say from the DJs, Margaret Diggers is someone that is a super influence for me. I just absolutely love everything that she does. And another one, Olga Korol. I just love her sound a lot, and yeah, she's such a boss. So yeah, just those two girls just come to my mind.
Do you have certain tracks that bring you back, like back to the roots where you started from, that and that are always like where you feel it vibes with the crowd? Do you have some secret tracks? You want to maybe at least share the artist? I mean, I know you can't share the bombs, but are there some tracks that's really you can always, yeah, you can always grab back and yeah, play them.
Yes, there are definitely some tracks. Yeah, I can share the names later. But there's definitely some tracks I feel like, again, I don't know how I always go back to Sisyphos in my head now, but there's just some like especially when you play the later sets, there's some tracks I would never play anywhere else, you know, and yeah, some a bit cheesy, but yeah, it's like that.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the Berlin scene. What makes Berlin's club scene unique for you compared to other cities? I mean, you're from Australia, you've probably been around the world for a little bit. What makes Berlin special and unique for you?
Well, of course, the length of the parties, I don't think it exists in anywhere else in the world. So, for example, I'm going to Sweden tomorrow to play there, and the party lasts for 4 hours altogether. And I was just like, excuse me.
That's a fair point.
So, I mean, that is just so unique. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I would say this is the funniest point. The length of the parties doesn't exist anywhere else I've ever been to.
Okay. Let's come to our last question, which is obvious. Our last question is very obvious from this interview. Do you have a secret favorite club or an off location that has particularly influenced you besides Sisyphos?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, no more Sisyphos. Yeah, I would have to say Sunwaves Festival in Romania. Absolutely. Sunwaves influenced me more than any other thing or place or thing or happening or anything ever. It was just a trip, a journey. I went there twice, and the second time I just really let myself go, and in so many ways. But yeah, it was just mind-blowing, eye-opening, fucking mind-expanding situation, and yeah, everything just happened for me after that. So yeah.
Cool, Annina. Thanks for being with us at S3XI Talks and playing for us at your sexy tape. And yeah, we are very pleased to have you with us. And yeah, wish you, of course, all the best for your future gigs, career, and of course with Zapped Records. Bye bye.